Episode 10. The Sunken City. The darkness behind the collapsed tunnel entrance was absolute, the air thick with the damp chill of ages and the scent of stagnant water. Only the faint, weary pulse of Lyra's focus stone pushed back the oppressive gloom, reflecting off slick, moss-covered walls and the anxious faces of the survivors. They were deep now, far below the familiar levels of Stonehold, in a place whispered of in Dwarven lore as the Sunken City, the oldest foundations of the mountain home partially claimed by subterranean rivers and forgotten by generations. Guided by the flickering light and Elara's interpretation of the ancient schematics she miraculously salvaged, they waded through ankle-deep water in crumbling ornate corridors, the silence broken only by drips echoes and their own ragged breaths. Survival had forged a temporary truce, but grief and exhaustion soon frayed tempers in the suffocating darkness. Captain Brock, his face etched with the loss of his Thane and the fall of the gate Plaza, stopped abruptly, turning on Kaelen. "Where are you leading us, Surfacer? Deeper into ruin? Borgrim died fighting. We should be trying to retake the halls, not skulking like rats in the foundations." Kaelen met the dwarf's glare, his own fatigue making patience thin. "Retake what, Captain? A plaza held by an army and a monster ripping the city apart from below? Borgrim bought us time, not a futile death. We need to survive, find a defensible position, understand what we're truly facing." Grok rumbled his agreement. "Fighting is good. Dying for nothing is not." The few remaining Dwarven veterans looked torn, their loyalty to Brock warring with the harsh reality Kaelen presented. Thrain intervened, his voice raspy but firm. "Patience, Captain. There may yet be hope, but it lies forward, not back in the jaws of the beast." As the others rested uneasily, Thrain huddled near Lyra's light, examining the cracked fragment of the resonance chamber's focus stone he carried, comparing its flawed energy patterns to his ancient texts. A look of dawning horror spread across his features. He beckoned Kaelen and Borin closer. "It is worse than I feared," he whispered, his voice trembling slightly. "The ritual with the focus stone damaged. It didn't just fail to sever Malkor's link to the Warden, it inverted the energy conduit. Khazak-Ur is now amplifying Malkor's shadow, drawing it like a lodestone, poisoning the very heart of the mountain." Borin felt a chill that had nothing to do with the damp air. It explained the cold wrongness he sensed. Thrain continued, finding a different passage in his scrolls. "But there is one place, the Forge of the Ancients. Legends claim it was here, in these oldest levels, shielded by runes of making and light, where the first artifacts of Aerion were crafted. If anything can withstand this encroaching shadow, if any knowledge or weapon remains." He looked up, hope warring with despair in his ancient eyes. They pressed on, the knowledge lending grim purpose to their steps. These lower levels were a ghost of Stonehold's former glory. They passed vast, silent chambers with collapsed ceilings, workshops where rusted tools lay scattered amongst remnants of forgotten crafts, and galleries where faded murals depicted dwarves battling shadowy creatures that looked chillingly similar to the Umbral. Worryingly, the signs of current corruption increased the deeper they went. Slimy, black residue coated sections of the walls, the flowing water sometimes swirled with oily darkness, and they had to fight off swarms of mutated cave insects drawn to the growing shadow. Miles above, in the ravaged gate Plaza, Gor'koth surveyed his prize. Dwarven resistance continued sporadically in the upper levels, but the main entrance was his. He activated his dark relic, and a swirling vortex of shadow coalesced before him, forming the grim visage of Lord Vra'kul. "Stonehold is breached, Lord Vra'kul," Gor'koth reported with a gravelly chuckle. "Thane Borgrim has fallen." Vra'kul's shadowy features remained impassive. "And the outsiders? The ones who interfered at Silverwatch?" Gor'koth's pleasure dimmed slightly. "They escaped the plaza, vanished into the lower levels. Cowards." Vra'kul's voice was cold iron. "Find them. They possess knowledge we require. And Gor'koth, the Master senses something awakening. Use the corrupted Warden. Let it scour the depths. Ensure nothing interferes with the Master's true purpose in that mountain." The projection faded, leaving Gor'koth scowling, the weight of his master's command settling upon him. Below, the survivors faced their own challenges. Elara consulted the schematics constantly, guiding them through a maze of collapsed tunnels and flooded chambers. One vast cistern forced them to construct a makeshift raft from debris, with Grok poling them across the black, still water. In another section, they found the path blocked by a nest of shadow-infused cave lurkers, forcing a tense, quiet detour through precarious, crumbling side passages that tested everyone's nerve. Through it all, Borin acted as their compass, the faint warmth of Aerion's light within him seeming to pulse stronger when they headed in a specific direction, fighting against the encroaching cold of the spreading shadow. He could feel a resonance ahead, faint but pure. After what felt like days lost in the dripping darkness, they overcame a final obstacle, a partially submerged rune-locked door that Thrain and Lyra managed to coax open with combined runic knowledge and arcane energy. Beyond it, the atmosphere changed. The oppressive dampness lessened, the slimy residue vanished, and the air felt strangely clean, almost warm. Borin felt the pure resonance grow stronger. They emerged into a wide, dry corridor made of polished basalt, utterly untouched by decay or shadow. Ahead, set into the corridor's end, was a pair of massive doors crafted from what looked like pure bronze, covered in intricate, interlocking runes that glowed with a soft, silver light. This was undoubtedly the entrance to the legendary Forge of the Ancients. Shielded, hidden, preserved. Hope surged through the exhausted group, but the doors were sealed tight, the runes complex, ancient, and radiating immense protective power. Getting inside would be their next great challenge. Lost in the sunken city beneath Stonehold, the survivors have found a glimmer of hope, the legendary Forge of the Ancients. But the entrance is sealed, ancient power guards it, and enemies both above and below are closing in. Can they unlock the secrets of the Forge and what awaits them within? Teaser for Episode 11. Quick cuts. Thrain studying the complex runes on the bronze doors. Kaelen and Brock planning a defense of the corridor. Shadowy tendrils testing the silver wards on the Forge entrance from outside. Gor'koth ordering umbral troops into the lower tunnels. Inside the Forge, glimpsed, glowing anvils, dormant constructs, perhaps a central power source. Next time on Echoes of Eredor, the gates of the Forge. Time runs out as the companions race to unlock the ancient doors while holding off the encroaching shadow, seeking the power hidden within the mountain's oldest sanctuary. What secrets lie within the Forge? Click to watch Episode 11 and subscribe to Echoes of Eredor.